in the 2022 Ekiti State governorship poll. Voting started as early as 8:30 in the morning in all the polling units visited by OSBC news crew in Ado Ekiti, the Ekiti State capital. Places visited by our new reporter Adeyemi Abodere include St. Thomas Catholic Primary School, Irons Ward 11 Unit 2, Chateau Ward 11 Unit 9, Okesha Ward 10 Units 2 and 7, Adebayo Road Ward 9 Unit 44 and 45. At Adebayo Ward 9 Unit 45, only 4 voters were registered in the unit. In all the polling centers visited by our news crew, eligible voters trooped out massively to cast their votes for the candidate of their choice. Security personnel overwhelmed the entire state as personnel from police, civil defense corps and the army were drafted in for the election. Accreditation and voting were done with the aid of bimodal accreditation system simultaneously to speed up the voting process. Foreign and local election observers, ICPC, the media, among others, were on ground to see to the credibility of the poll. Agents of the various political parties contesting the election were present at the polling unit. Roads leading in and out of Ekiti State were closed to traffic, while restrictions were also placed on vehicular movement except for those on essential duties. Commercial activities were at lowest ebb as shops and offices remained shut for the duration of the poll. According to our reporter, the poll will close at 2:30, wherein all the voters have cast their votes. Hence, 16 political parties presented candidates for the Ekiti State gubernatorial election. Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari has reiterated Nigeria's commitments to counting greenhouse gas emissions, listing the planned elimination of kerosene lightning by 2030 as one of the steps forward. President Buhari would disclose this during a virtual meeting hosted by U.S. President Joe Biden on the Major Economies Forum on Energy and Climate Change. Also listed the increase in the use of buses for public transportation and reduction in burning of crop residues as part of the plan. The president's disclosure came 10 years after the Nigerian government, in collaboration with stakeholders in the petroleum industry, commenced drafting a new policy to phase out kerosene and firewood usage and replace them with liquefied petroleum gas LPG, otherwise known as cooking gas. The proposed policy, tagged National Strategic Policy for LPG, had a 5-year lifetime to tactically phase out kerosene usage in the country. However, in a statement by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, President Buhari informed the international community that Nigeria had submitted an updated nationally determined contribution to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change to replace the interim contribution of May 27, 2021. Rwandan officials have said that a soldier from the Democratic Republic of Congo has been killed by the police in the neighboring Rwanda after he crossed the border and began shooting. The incident comes amid rising tension between the two countries. Democratic Republic of Congo accuses Rwanda of backing Congolese rebels and has halted all trade and cooperation agreements. Rwanda has denied supporting the M23 rebel group, which seized the control of the border town Bunagana this week. DR Congo officials have confirmed the incident but have not given any details. The DR Congo spokesperson, Mr. Patrick Muyaya, told newsmen that 2 Rwandan soldiers had been captured on the Congolese side, which is evident that Rwanda is supporting the movement. Report says Rwanda is not supporting the M23 group and has made counter-accusations against the Democratic Republic of Congo. The ethnic Tutsi-led M23 group emerged in 2012 as one of the plethora of militia fighting in the mineral-rich east of the Democratic Republic of Congo. In the meantime, 3 Palestinian militants have been shot dead after armed clashes with Israeli troops in the occupied West Bank. The Israeli military said its forces returned fire to neutralize occupants of a car who had shot at them. Report has it that the incident in Jenin is the most serious of its kind for weeks, as Israel carries out a nearly daily raid following a wave of deadly attacks. 2 Palestinians who committed recent killings came from the Jenin area. It will be recalled that 17 Israeli and 2 Ukrainians have been killed in shootings, stabbing car rammings and an axe attack in Israel and the West Bank since late March. This is the World at Noon, coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. Ilia Wiye Okebale Oshobo, Voice of the West. Now a mid-news message. Development of the country is a collective responsibility of all. Don't be left out. 4 people accused of murdering a high-profile Paraguayan prosecutor while he was on his honeymoon have been sentenced to 23 years imprisonment. The accused confessed of killing a 45-year-old anti-mafia prosecutor, Mr. Marcelo Pesci, on a private beach resort in Colombia. Mr. Pesci investigated high-profile corruption and money laundering cases in his native Paraguay. Colombian authorities believe it is likely that organized crime group arranged the murder. Mr. Pesci and his wife were on the 6th and final day of their honeymoon when he was killed on Baru and Harlis Island off the Caribbean coast. The judge presiding over the case in the northern city of Cartagena said the full sentence of 47-year-old each for the 4 people was cut in half as part of plea deal, but ruled out other benefits such as serving any of the sentence at home. Colombian police said the 5th person accused of involvement has pleaded innocent, while a 6th suspect remains at large. Authorities believe in Brazilian prison gang First Capital Command, a major exporter of cocaine, was involved in coordinating the murder, but said that they have been unable to identify the mastermind behind the attack. Colombian Attorney General Francisco Barbosa told reporters during a brief conference earlier this month that the men had been paid a sum of $500,000 for their part in the hit. Investigators added that the crime may be connected to international drug trafficking and radical terrorism. Military personnel have been deployed for rescue and relief operations in Bangladesh after monsoon rains swamped a huge area of the country. Officials have said much of the northeast is underwater and that the situation could worsen over the weekend with more rains forecast. The Sitlet region is among the worst affected region, with much of the area without electricity and internet access. A Russian court has sentenced a former U.S. diplomat to 14 years imprisonment for large-scale cannabis smuggling. Information has it that Mr. Mark Fogel had previously worked at the U.S. Embassy in Moscow, but was employed as an English teacher in the city at the time of his arrest. Mr. Fogel was sentenced in the same jurisdiction that is hearing a marijuana-related case against U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner. Report has it that cannabis is legal in many parts of the U.S. but remains illegal in Russia. The news release said that the English teacher had committed large-scale drug smuggling in addition to large-scale illegal storage of drugs without a commercial purpose. Mr. Fogel, who is in his 60s, had around 17 grams of cannabis in his luggage when he was caught on the 15th August last year at Sheremetyevo Airport. Local authorities have not commented on the amounts of drugs Mr. Fogel was carrying, but Russia law defines a large amount of marijuana to be at least 100 grams. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Jeremy, you are on live in the World at Noon. What is the situation in Ekiti State now?
Well, we thank God the situation in Ekiti State is still peaceful, cool and calm. The election is going on peacefully. In all the polling units, in all the towns and villages and the local government we have completed so far, the conduct of the electorate has been so commendable. They have turned out massively to exercise their franchise to cast their vote for candidates of their choice. And moreover, the security situation has been so overwhelmingly satisfactory. There is no polling unit without the presence of policemen and civil defense officer. While the election is going on peacefully, the officials, as I said, the morning officials of INEC reported early enough for the opening of the poll. And so far, the situation has been satisfactory with the election going on peacefully.
When is the election coming to an end today?
Officially, the election will come to an end by 2:30 in the afternoon. So far, the last voter on the queue as exercise his voting right. If there are still more people on the queue, the election will go on until the last person votes. But officially, the election will close by 2:30.
Thank you very much. We are expecting updates in our subsequent bulletins.
Okay, thanks. My regards to everyone there.
You are most welcome. And that was Yemi Abodere reporting live from Ekiti State gubernatorial election. And here again are the highlights of the world at noon. In Nigeria, voting is in progress in the 2022 Ekiti State gubernatorial election. Rwandan officials have said that a soldier from the Democratic Republic of Congo has been killed by police in neighboring Rwanda after he crossed the border and began shooting. A Russian court has sentenced the former U.S. diplomat to 14 years imprisonment for a large-scale cannabis smuggling. And 4 people accused of murdering a high-profile Peruvian prosecutor while he was on his honeymoon have reportedly been sentenced to 23 years imprisonment. And that was the world at noon, edited by Olushola Egbodofo and delivered by Adeniyi Kehinde. For more about us, you can visit www.osbcng.org. Thanks so much for listening. Good afternoon.
Osogbo to Lagos, from Lagos to Abuja, from Abuja to Enugu. Indeed, in every nook and cranny of Nigeria, OSBC Radio 2 and they're there for you.
OSBC Radio 104.5 FM. Ilea we okay, Bale Oshobo. This is the convenience spot to say my BYE on my shift today. My colleague is here.
So you really want to go?
I do good afternoon. How are you doing?
Okay, you didn't remember the second one. Okay, my name is Adetola.
Adetola, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So how are you?
Very well.
How was your shift?
Well, it was beautiful.
Okay.
With Fumilo Lajide.
I can see that.
So enjoy the rest of your shift with Jumoke
Oladepopo, aka Iyalaula. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, Samuel. Good afternoon, good people of the state of Osun. It's another brand new Saturday afternoon. My name is Adetola Adegbite reporting for duty. Please listen to your paid advert. Working Ekason, Ekabosi Abala Ibulu Ojawa. Ansarudin United Family, Mashallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. Ijo Ansarudin Ekati Oshogbo, Labe Alaga, Alhaji Kasali Agbola. Fi àsìkò yìí kéde ikú àti fìdáù fún bàbá wa. Imam àgbà fún ìjọ Ansarudin Òṣogbo Sheikh Dr. Yunus Sanusi Ìmọ́gbèmí lọ́jọ́ Thursday tó kọjá tí a sì ti sìn wọ́n ní ọjọ́ yìí kan náà. Ètò àdúrà fìdáù fún bàbá Sheikh Dr. Yunus Sanusi Ìmọ́gbèmí yóò wáyé ní Sunday ọjọ́ 19 oṣù kẹfà ọdún yìí ní Ansarudin Hall Sabo Òṣogbo ní aago 10 òwúrọ̀. Kí Allah fi àlùjọ náà tó nídẹ̀ra táwọn lọ́rẹ. Olùkéde Alhaji Musa Bello, akọ̀wé ìjọ Ansarudin ẹ̀ka ti Òṣogbo fún gbogbo Ansarudin Òṣogbo.
tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà yìí ó ti ó sọ.
ẹlẹ́mbẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin obìnrin rere ẹ̀yà mi létí yín kẹfì gbọ́mọ̀ràn àtàtà ṣe bẹ́yìn náà mọ̀ pé yín tí ò bá fọ́ táwọn ọ̀dájú akẹ́yìn ṣe jẹ́ ò bá sì dín jẹ ní ìdàkúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ré iṣu tá a bá ti gbé gbìn kó lè yan fanda bí yan funfun lẹ́lẹ́ nínú àwo tán ganan ẹ jẹ́ kájọ bá wọn kópa kájọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ torí àgbájọ ọwọ́ la fi ń sọ̀yà ò sí ń bẹ̀ ó wá ń béèrè bí wọ́n ṣe pín ìwọ náà gbéra kó o bá wọn kópa ẹ má bá wọn dáṣà kò kàn mí ẹ má sì bá wọn múra ogun ètò ìdìbò kì í ṣogun kájáde káṣojúṣe ẹni ló ṣe kókó ìjọba àwa ara wa ni o gbogbo wa la nípa àtìpín láti kónú ẹ̀ forúkọsílẹ̀ gba káàdì ìdìbò rẹ bí aráàlú jáde lọ dìbò lọ́jọ́ ìdìbò fẹ́ni tó o bá fẹ́ má bá wọn kópa nínú ìbò rírà àti títà rántí pé owó ọjọ́ kan ò ní ìjìyà ọdún 4 míì ni o má sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ di èsàn tí wọ́n fi ń dáná ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ni láti dìbò ìbò tó o bá dìlàjọ elétò ìdìbò kà ìtanijí ìwá látọ̀dọ̀ US Government Exchange Alumni Association ẹ̀ka tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn US Consulate General Lagos.
Bàbá wa ti darapọ̀ máwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì tí ń jagun ṣẹ́gun gbogbo ìdílé fájúsì ní agboolé ọsọ́lọ̀ nílùú àgbà kéde ètò òsìnkú bàbá olóyè Julius Ọládèjì Àkànó Ọlásẹ̀dé ẹ̀ tó sùn nínú Olúwa lọ́jọ́ 29 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí gbẹ́dẹ̀ òsìnkú bàbá yóò ṣe lọ rèé ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ ọjọ́ 17 oṣù yìí lágbé òkú gẹ́gẹ́ kúrò ní ilé ìwòsàn Jálẹ́yẹmí hospital nílùú Òṣogbo lọ sílùú bàbá nínú àgbà tá sì tẹ́ bàbá nítẹ̀ ẹ̀yẹ nílé rẹ̀ tó wà ní ọsọ́lọ̀ compound nílùú àgbà kẹ́tọ̀ sí orí onígbàgbọ́ tó wá wáyé lọ́jọ́ Friday yìí kan náà láago 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ọjọ́ Sátidé ọjọ́ 18 oṣù yìí ní èsì ìsìnkú yóò wáyé ní St. Anthony Catholic Church àgbà bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 10 àárọ̀ fẹ́rùpẹ̀ lẹ́yìn èsì ìsìnkú kẹ́tọ̀ gbàlejò tó wá lọ wáyé ní orí pápá àṣẹrẹ iléèwé Holy Apostles Primary School nílùú àgbà kárò bàbá wa àjèjì ara Àrẹsà Àkànó Ìrẹsà ṣèníṣẹ́po n ò ṣèníṣẹ́po ní bí Ìrẹsà nínú wọlé òbúpo ní yamọ̀dá lára òdìgbẹ́rẹ́ olùkéde àwọn ọmọ.
Double K office furniture and equipment. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń wàgà bí ààfin ọba bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń wàgà tó dàbí ààfin ọba àbí tàfin ìjòyè. Double K ló pín sí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń wàgà bí ààfin ọba. Kí ló dé tẹ́ fẹ́ máa fowó ewé dúkó ilá ẹ̀ àti fẹ́ máa fowó ọ̀wọ́n tún ra gbàrọ̀gùdù ọjà lọ́wọ́n gógó nígbà tó dúró ń bẹ lẹ́dínwó níléeṣẹ́ Double K office furniture and equipment iléeṣẹ́ tó ń ta ohun èlò ìjókòó ilé lóríṣiríṣi bíi àga tábìlì ilẹ̀kùn office furniture school furniture kitchen cabinet fireproof safe photocopy and printing machines àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kílẹ̀ wọ́n rè kúrè Ìbàdàn kódà rè ìlú ọba nítorí àwọn furniture wọ̀nyí sí nígbà tí gbogbo rẹ̀ wà lẹ́dínwó ní Double K office furniture and equipment ohun à ń wárè para ló ti ń bẹ ní para ohun à ń torí rẹ̀ rè sàn ló ti sàn dọ́dọ̀ wa yìí ìtọ́wò là máa dùn ọbẹ̀ dán wò lónìí kó o rí pé àánú tó kọjá ìnira ni iléeṣẹ́ Double K wà ní òdìkejì FIO office àgbègbè testing ground lóṣogbo ẹ lè pè sórí àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 0803-464-8385 tàbí 0815-752-4814 Double K office furniture and equipment láwùjọ ìgò ṣáàgó lọ̀gá.
nígbà tí ọrọ̀ ajé àgbáyé ń ṣòjòjò ìṣèjọba tó bá mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe ò gbọdọ̀ fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú ìgbáyé gbádùn àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀. Àṣeyọrí ìjọba tí ń bẹ lóde nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó kan aráàlú gbọ̀ngbọ̀n màkéré. Àwọn obìnrin tó lé ní 10,000 ló ti gba owó ìrànwọ́ 20,000 náírà láti fi kún owó okòwò wọn. Láti bí ọdún kan àbọ̀ níṣèjọba yìí ti ń ṣe ìrànwọ́ oúnjẹ àtàwọn nǹkan míì fún òrùlé tó lé ní 20,000 nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ owó ìrànwọ́ 5,000 oṣooṣù òsì tẹ̀tì fáwọn tó lé ní 20,000 ní tìbútòrò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Oúnjẹ fáwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nílé ìwé pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ fún àwọn àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀jáde ilé ẹ̀kọ́ lábẹ́ àjọ Empower. Owó mádàndófò 5,000 náírà oṣooṣù fáwọn tó nípìn nínú àjálù kan àbó míì. Ìrànwọ́ fáwọn tó faragbá nínú àkọlù àwọn agbébọn. Ìlera alágbèéká OYS àtó ambulance náà gbẹ̀yìn àti ìdójútòfò lórí ètò ìlera. Láìsí àní-àní ìṣèjọba gómìnà Isiaka Adégbóyèga Oyètọ́lá ń ṣe bó ti wí.
Lukman Abibola Bello, Osun State Vocal Person, National Social Investment Program ló ń kéde.
It's entertaining, it's educating, really informative, qualitative news as it breaks. It's OSBC Radio 2, 104.5 FM. Numero uno south of the Sahara, voice of the West.
If I lose it all, will you still be there for me? If I don't get money, will you still be loving me? If you knew my weakness, will you stand by me? See one bamba me, I'll show my shake, lady. So promise me you'll grow with me, and ride with me till the sun goes down. Yeah. Promise me you'll grow with me, and ride with me till the sun goes down.
Baby, where you go, I can be your fire. My love not forever, no go feel